Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo. This is Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo, Chapter 13, Acceptance. Last we left off was JJK. Shit popped off last chapter. Word got out that the Earthlings have been killing Callians the entire time, but really they're just cursed spirits. Yeah, and now it's getting kind of... Wait, what did you say?
I said propaganda.
Propaganda. So, yeah. And, you know, there seems to be some kind of ambiguity as to whether Callians and cursed spirits are actually the same. But, you know, there was like a big standoff between the Rumelians and the Earthlings. And it ended up in Cross being shot like 3 times by one of the Jujutsu sorcerers as tensions were high. And we cut to away from that. We don't pick up where we left off immediately. We start as Cross is in the hospital. He is under IV drip. He is knocked out. He's in some kind of coma. And we see that Maru is now by his bedside. And they're like, why did this happen to Cross? And they were like, they thought he was going for his sword. So they shot him. And he's like, Cross was going to draw his sword. And he's like, and the angry Remulian that we've been dealing with this whole time is like, no, if Cross really wanted to fight, that Scrub's Roluka would have never even touched him. So
That scrub.
A fucking Scrub.
Squibbity squabble.
So, you know, he's like, Jabaloma is like, Cross was searching for the wisest decision, putting Rummel first even at the end. And he's like, stop talking like he's dying. He ain't dead yet. It's gonna take more than this to bring down a smartest like Cross. Are you okay, Josh?
I just thought about. I just gotta wait. I actually thought about a funny ass joke.
Okay.
But we gotta wait. I gotta wait all the way to the end.
Okay. So we then cut to the human side of things. We see that Usami is severely injured. We do not know what happened to him at this point. And the current reverse curse technique nurse is out here explaining that, you know, Usami really went through it. She can't neutralize it with her reverse curse technique. And the recoil from the curse speech made it even worse. So it's not looking good for Usami. And Tsurugi is that's his name, right? I'm sorry, Tsurugi. I feel like I'm saying his name wrong, but
I think that's correct.
Yeah, okay. So he's like just kind of taken aback. He's like, "Well, Usami's a grade 1 sorcerer," and the lady behind him is like, "So am I, but I'm not fighting that Dabra guy. Fuck that. I wouldn't do that shit. Yo, I'm a grade 1 sorcerer too. I won't fucking fight."
Get mad real.
Bro, I didn't even catch this. Nope. She said like, I would never fight this. In fact, I would probably kill myself if I had to. She said I would have to off myself. That's crazy. So yeah, we cut off to we go back, flashback to where we left off last chapter. Dabura had arrived on the scene after Cross was shot. And Usami's like, God damn it, nobody move. And the guy who shot Cross is like, you don't have to tell me. Who the hell could
Nobody
move?
had to be told.
It's like, yo, I can't even move right now in front of that thing. Dabura walks past everybody and he's like, I said, what are you doing? And the angry guy from the Rumelian side immediately snitches. He's just like, the pest on Earth. He says the pest on Earth are Callians, and we ran into a bit of trouble. And the angry guy who shot Cross, I don't know why he's talking. He's just like, that's not true. They're cursed spirits. They're not Callians. And Dabra pulls up immediately to this guy. He's like, was it you? You're the one who shot Cross? And bro said, yes. And you know, before anybody could do anything, Usami comes in and uses his curse speech to command Dabra to not move, but it's too late. He already rips this guy's arm off, and Yeah.
Instantly.
Yeah, immediately. And the recoil from the cursed speech goes back on Usami. And Usami is shocked. He's like, I didn't even use forceful word and it already hit me this hard. And he's like, what was that? An earthly curse technique? Pretty much nothing. He says, it looks like you're in pain. And it turns out, since his command was to like not move, the more Dabra moves around, the more the cursed speech technique recoils onto Usami.
Oh, that's what was happening.
Yeah. But
Okay, dang.
but Usami uses like the last of his strength to get up and asks for forgiveness. And he says, we deeply apologize for what happened to Dispatch Officer Cross. He said, we're deeply sorry. I'm begging you, disperse now and we could talk about it another time. And he's coughing up blood as he's talking right now. Dabra doesn't give a shit. He's like, Cross will die. He won't last long with those injuries. And, he's like, we might be able to treat him, please. And he's like, there's 13 of you. It's not enough. In exchange for Cross's life, I will take the lives of your subordinates. And all of the the Jujutsu sorcerers there are like, oh shit. But Usami continues to plead with him. He's like, have mercy on us and just take my life instead. And Dabra looks into his eyes and it reminds him of what's his face from the flashback. And he decides to leave it alone. And he's like, we're returning now, Jabaloma. Jabaloma. And he's like, once again, it's the Callians. So now we get into an intense exchange of time. We start off with a message from the Samurian representatives that they request that the Japanese government prohibit further extermination efforts of the cursed spirits and secure their safety. The Jujutsu sorcerer from earlier said like, there's no way we could do that. The cursed spirits will leak out of Tokyo. So, they're like, originally it was a proper barrier centered around the old imperial palace, but then it was expanded all the way to the prefectural border. And it's like, it's less about trapping cursed spirits inside the barrier and more about diverting them to stay within it. So, they're just like, we can't not do anything about the cursed spirits. And they ask about Yakumaru, the guy who shot Cross. And the reverse curse lady is like, sorcerers are super tough, so as long as there's nothing too extreme, my reverse curse technique can bring them back. But unfortunately, he has a lot of internal organs. He's like, there's a severe tissue and internal organ damage, and he's much too far for her to be able to heal him. So that's not good. They can't do it. So, they ask like, how long can we wait to exorcise cursed spirits in Tokyo? And they're basically saying that they have a month. So their idea is to do it in secret to eliminate cursed spirits under their nose within the month. And, we see, we cut back to the ship and they can tell that they've been killing cursed spirits because the third eye from one of the Rumelians starts crying, and they're like, I know they're trying to sneak this shit. They thought they were slick, but I know they're killing Callians down there.
I can see it.
Yeah.
It's only like not as strong tears, but still.
But still, you know what I mean. It's something.
You know what I mean.
It's something. It's not nothing. We then get another message from the Samurians saying that we hereby designate the mass killing of cursed spirits as an international crime, and therefore demand Japanese government take international responsibility. The Japanese government is like, well, we need to fucking do this. We need to fucking kill cursed spirits. Therefore, this government action should be exempted from illegality. And this is like, no, it's no use. We must perform the great purification ritual properly. There's only so many exorcisms we can do in secret. We have to wait, So, it's not looking good. They're trying to do it in secret, but the Rumelians fucking know that they're trying to sneak it. So things get worse. He's like, how could they kill Callians? If only they could hear their voices. And then Dabra comes in and is like, that's enough. But then they yell at Dabra and they're like, I bet you can't even hear the Callians' voices either because you're a Diskunte outsider. And Dabra's like, true. You're right. I don't have that same thing you guys have with the Callians, so and then we get another message from the Simorian representatives, and they have confirmed the continued mass killing of cursed spirits, and therefore, to ensure their protection, the Romulians intend to establish a new government and a new nation of Rummel within Tokyo. So, should this request be refused, we request judgment through duel, as is the way of the Diskunte. So, yeah.
Sheesh.
Now the Japanese council is rounded up as like, yo, they fucking found out. I told you they'd find out. Why would you make us take a risk like that? Why would you even make us do that shit? And they're like, well, fuck it. Give them Tokyo then. Who cares? Nobody lives there. It's just cursed spirits over there. But they're worried that the cursed spirits are just like one step away from leaking out all over Japan. And he's like, plus, if we separate where we live, that's nothing but segregation. It might solve the problem now, but for future generations, it'll be a problem. So it's not looking good. So the girl Jujutsu sorcerer is like, shut up already. Nominating anybody but Yuji Itadori to duel Jabra will be out of the question. So speaking of which, did you find him yet? And nobody knows where Itadori is. They even ask Nobara, who's still alive. And we get the irony of Nobara being...
Yes, that's exactly what I was just thinking. I was still not over that, bro. I'm so salty.
Yeah.
So salty. Not that I want to... Whatever.
Anyway. But yeah, we get a testimony from Nobara. She explains that the last time she saw Yuji was at Hana's funeral. So the angel's dead. The angel sorcerer is dead, so that's interesting. And he said that he wouldn't be going to any more funerals. He might look like a musclehead, but he's surprisingly sensitive. And he can't just bear to see anybody else off because he can't fucking age. And this is a point that I never even thought of. Nobara brings up the fact that he's not able to fulfill his grandfather's dying wish, which is, to die separate, like surrounded by the people he loves most. Instead, he's watching everybody he loves die. And by the time, if he ever dies, it'll probably be alone, just like his grandfather didn't want for him. So, it's not looking good. But yeah, Nobara continues to say that it was getting a little rough on her too because he can't age, and every time she saw him, she was painfully aware of how old she's gotten, which is fine. But he always looks like he feels so bad about it, and that's one thing you can't stand. So she tells them to deliver a message to Itadori if they find him, and they say, "Don't look down on me, idiot." Click. So they're like, so that's it then. We're all fucked. And they're like, no, we do have one last hope. It's up to her though. And then we get a log entry in January 2087. Dabra Karaba, that's his whole name. That's his full government. Dabra Karaba. Ay Karaba. Dabra is the representative of the Romulian tribe and has issued a challenge to a duel for the purpose of safeguarding cursed spirits and demanding the relinquishment of Tokyo. And the Earth representative in the fight is Yuka Okotsu, who is fighting on the Earth's behalf, and she has accepted. And we end on this page that is very reminiscent of when Okotsu came back right before the culling game and said that he would kill Itadori.
Yeah.
Holy moly, what a chapter. Josh, what did you think about Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo chapter 13?
So this is what I've been burning to ask, right? But before I ask the question, Chris, have you ever heard the term of a throw pick?
No.
Okay. I could try to explain it. And I want to explain it in a more general sense. Brian, do you think you could explain it in a general sense that's not specific to a game in particular?
Okay. I'll try to in football terms. Okay.
Okay.
So it's the Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
The Chiefs the Chiefs are there. The Chiefs are against the Eagles.
Uh-huh.
Again.
Uh-huh.
Everything's on the line.
Uh-huh.
And the head coach feels like trolling, so he benches Patrick. He benches Patrick Mahomes and puts in the backup quarterback instead of Patrick Mahomes.
And the backup quarterback in this situation would be Yuka.
Yeah.
Whoever, like someone that's clearly not as good as Patrick Mahomes, does not give them. Not only does it not give them the best chance to win, arguably gives them a much harder, much harder time simply because he feels like it. Right. Most of the time it's like done with intent. Sometimes it's done because the people don't really understand that they have a throw pick. So with all of that said, guys, is Yuta a throw pick for Japan?
Well,
Yeah.
Oh. Well, they can't find Itadori.
And she's the second best?
I guess.
Like, wow.
They did say that Jujutsu sorcerers have gotten considerably weaker since the culling game. Or since the Inhuman.
She already looks
Machio.
like she's dying. As she's walking
dying.
up for this fight.
I feel like that's why she accepted it, because she was like, well, I'm about to die anyway, so
Yeah.
okay. If someone's got to die, it might as well be me.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
Tsurugi,
exactly what this is. This is literally a throw pick.
Well, Tsurugi can't use cursed energy.
They're tanking right
They're
now.
tanking.
Japan is tanking. They're taking this loss for hopefully a better draft pick in the future.
Maybe they're betting on Yuji showing up to save her because she's Okotsu's grandchild.
That's what's gotta happen, right? They've mentioned you like Itadori too much for him to not pop up and be.
Imagine he never shows up in this series.
I would be a little tight.
Yeah, I would also be a little tight.
This wouldn't be the first time Gigi has upset me, so in a spectacular way. So yeah, this is a crazy turn of events. So look, what's interesting about the Rumelians, right, is that clearly, even though they're from the same planet as the Deskuntans and whatever other tribes may exist, specifically, the Rumelians have a connection to the Kallians, right? And at first, my idea was that maybe the Kallians were a manifestation from the Rumelians, emotions and such, similar to how cursed spirits are conjured by humans in Japan, right? But it's a little bit deeper than that. It's something inherent with their abilities, with their eye ability or whatever, that gives them a connection to cursed spirits. Because that's why the cursed spirits attacked the Deskuntans or whatever else, is because they're just regular people that a cursed spirit would attack. So that's just my thoughts as far as the dynamic between Kallians / cursed spirits. That's why they're saying it's not the same, but it could be that Kallians were created, they were manifested by the Rumelians from ancient times, and they've just been around and looking after their ancestors. It could be that situation,
Mhm.
which is why they feel like it's not the same, but their tears still, like, their eyes still weep because they have an inherent connection to cursed spirits.
Mhm.
I think that's what's going on here.
Yeah.
This fight. I mean, letting them have Japan and all. I don't know. That's a lot. I mean, shit progressed fast
Mhm.
in just like 2 chapters, bro.
Yeah, man, it all
I
fell
don't really
apart
know how
so
to feel
quickly.
about it, but it is very interesting nonetheless. I don't know. I don't really have every other thought is really just kind of random. So I'm curious what you guys think about the chapter. Brian, what are your thoughts on Jujutsu Kaisen Modello?
I don't have too much to say that you haven't already said. I just wanted to bring up the fact that Usami kind of looks a lot like Higuruma in this chapter a little bit. Like when on chapter 10, I feel like he kind of has some Higuruma vibes there.
Mm.
Yeah, he does kind of look like him, I guess.
But aside from that, not much else to say.
Noise. This was my RGC.
Certified RGC. Certified
Interested in your thoughts.
Yeah, I think this is the first time Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo has gotten an RGC from one of us. So, congrats. Welcome to the fold.
No,
Really?
maybe the first time from you.
Maybe for me. I
I
don't
gave
remember.
it one.
Oh, okay.
Like 2 chapters.
Never
ago.
mind. But anyway, yeah, this chapter was really interesting, and I love the pacing of it. I just love how like it all just fell apart so quickly, bro. It was like, whoa, damn, and it was like
That it
nothing.
did.
It was nothing that was like really anybody's fault. It's just like, who knows?
Matter of circumstance.
Yeah, it's also like there wasn't any time for them to like parse through the situation and really see what's up with the connection between cursed spirits and Remulians, and because there seems to be like there's not exact certainty as to whether cursed spirits and Callians are the same. So like people are just flying off the handle just based off like immediate instinct. So yeah, that was cool. Dabra is such an imposing figure.
Yeah.
And it was really cool how he came back and he slid for the Romelians. He really meant it when he said he's like, I'm gonna protect these guys. And yeah, he's such an imposing. I want Itadori to fight him so bad. I wanted to see what's up.
Yeah, man, I really want. I wish Sakura could come back and fight him. That would be fucking awesome.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I guess it would have to do.
Yeah. Bro, it's pretty crazy. Usami did his
Sukuna
thing.
would be so thrilled.
Yeah, he would. Usami really did his thing too. I think just the amount of effort this guy has put in to make sure things don't fall apart, and it's just like he's doing everything within his power to like stop this, and it's such a cool dynamic here. Ultimate respect, Usami. Yeah. I also like. Oh, sorry.
Good. No, go ahead.
I also like the whole situation with like the humans trying to get one over on them, because like it is an impossible situation. They do have to kill these things because they do leak out and they kill people, they hurt people. So like it's just like this weird delicate situation that everyone's trying to navigate as things continue to escalate. And it was all obviously really cool to see Nobara still around. Anytime I feel like this series treats cameos from the previous series very, very special. Like it's always an impactful thing when someone from the past like steps in. So, I'm really excited to see how many other people are still around. If Hakari's still alive, if like, who did make it. It can't be everyone's dead, Yeah. So, man, as far as Yuka goes, man, I don't know how that's going to turn out because, you know, her Wolfang fist didn't look particularly impressive, but
She has the ring, right?
she does have the ring. So maybe Rika is still there. Maybe Rika is still around.
I don't want to see Rika get destroyed by this discontent monster, though, bro.
Yeah, me neither. But man, so good overall. Such a delicate situation. It's just like there's no winning, you know. You just know. I feel like everybody has that feeling. It's just like there's no W to be had here. We're just going straight head into fucking conflict. So I'm excited to see how this all results. And those are really all my thoughts.
I have one more thing to say.
Oh yeah, go for it, Brian.
It's truly funny how as soon as Usami's out of the picture, humanity, like these guys just don't know what the fuck to do. This guy was hard carrying every diplomatic fucking approach to like negotiating with the Rumelians. Like without him, they literally don't know what the fuck to do. So him being out of the picture was probably the biggest blow humanity could have suffered.
Yeah.
In this moment.
Yeah. Damn, I didn't think about that.
Shit.